Greetings, kings and queens. So, like a snake that sheds its skin, like a Russian doll uncovering the layers of who they are, we're constantly in a process of dissolving who we are not. And as we shed these layers, as we cocoon and go into a butterfly, we see that there's always another step. It's like a perpetual Pokemon evolution, right? And we're only aware of where we're at the time where it's perfect where we need to be to catapult ourselves to the next step. So as you keep breaking through the shell of your egg, you realize there's another shell around you, and you break through that, and you're really returning back to your original state of what we all are. And the more we do this, the more we open up this dialogue and really get to the root of what we're doing here, the more empowered in our light we become, where we stand in who we are unapologetically, not needing acceptance from anyone else, knowing that we're divinely aligned with where we should be. So to trust in your process and wherever you're at, really look into my eyes and feel my words when I say you are exactly where you need to be right now. And you don't need to understand it. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to add woulds, shoulds, or any other fear-based obligation inside of it. Just know that you're perfect and you're beautiful. And that's the language we need to start we need not I want to say enforcing. That's the kind of language we need to start promoting, and get rid of these bullying concepts, this inherent negativity that's in our society, like I'm not good enough. It's the same thing with like um you know minimum wage jobs, or us not even having enough to have a proper home and food. And then the concept of like, oh, you have to work hard enough to deserve it, keep working harder. We keep working harder for our whole life under that story. Some make it, some don't, but it's a pyramid scheme too, because someone's always at the bottom rung of the ladder, and that's a system that's unsustainable, it's unhealthy, and it only benefits the people at the top. So we need to stop perpetuating these things and realize it's our divine right now that we all deserve um, everything we want. And we all have our specific artistry, we have our specific unique gifts. There's no scarcity mindset. There's enough room for all of us to live our life of passion, especially when we're communicating and all supporting each other, when we're not outsourcing our authority to outside things. And when we place our power into outside sources, this is an analogy that I've been using lately. Like, let's say your name is Carl. I'm going to call you Carl. I love you, Carl Schlabby. If I outsource all my power to Carl, and I'm like, I can't control my life, you need to take care of me. Well, no one can make decisions for us, and an outside force will do the best they can. But um, I have no right to get upset with this person if they do not bring me what I think they should. If I put all my power into someone and they disappoint me and I get pissed off and I get upset with them, who do I have to blame because I outsourced my power into something else? I think we do this in terms of the government. We outsource our power to external forces and be like, okay, just take care of us the best way, and nothing's inherently good or bad. And let's say the entity of the government's like, okay, well, I'm going to try, but if we're giving up our power, what is anything else supposed to do? These things didn't ask for our power, and they're still doing the best thing they can from their perspective. But we just need to realize that it's time for us to reclaim our power again, and how powerful that is, and the process in which that occurs is realize that you are perfect where you're at, and start to change your own language of like, no, this isn't like a silver lining bullshit storytelling. Uh, we are so powerful, and we're so powerful in our minds and imaginations. That's how we can actually create so many issues for ourselves, right? um, we can use our self for positivity or negativity, and I think sometimes we don't realize what is negative. And just because an entire society is doing things that actually aren't really healthy, which is necessary to grow out of, that doesn't mean it's normal. and to start to challenge the things that don't resonate with you. You know, are you able to have the real conversations you want to have with people, or are you finding yourself kind of opposed? And if you're opposed, are you standing your ground and being firm in your beliefs without outside opinions? And realize the more you start to do that, you're going to start to break through again and again and again. And you're going to see layers of yourself. You're going to become yourself when you were a kid. We're all kids. There's no such thing as an adult. Yes, our bodies mature, but we're a soul. And we're experiencing with our soul. So just be excited, because it only gets better. Life only gets better. It's crazy. It's crazy that as good as you feel today, and your capacity to feel good will only grow more and more, especially if you tell yourself this.